this video, I'm going to be sharing with you the Starseed Agenda for 2019. It is time you know about. If you're watching this video right now, then you are a Starseed, and these are things you need to know about this year. Welcome back to another video. My name is Aaron, and I help people expand their consciousness. Now in this video, I'm going to be sharing with you that of the 2019 Starseed Agenda, something that all Starseeds must know. This is something that if you're here right now, this is something that resonates with you, even at a deep level. You consciously might be like, what is this whole Starseed thing? But this is something that you, at a soul contract level, were meant to be hearing right now. And it's understanding your role in this process of awakening on the planet. Maybe you felt it over the last 5, 10, 15 years. There's been an awakening happening on the planet. More and more people are waking up to who they really are. People are waking up from the autopilot mind, waking up from being in a programmed way of thinking, and starting to think for themselves, starting to bring through their real soul, who they really are, even as a starseed, understanding that we are all multi-dimensional and that we don't have to just identify with our ego. Most of our lives, we're meant grown up, go through social conditioning, believing that we are just our ego. We are our avatar. This in a way is our avatar because we are immortal spiritual beings, live in temporary human experiences, but growing up, we're taught that this is all that we are. We're just this physical body. Well, in our life right now, we're waking up to who we really are. We're realizing that we are spiritual beings having temporary human experiences. And as we do that, we begin to raise our vibrational frequency, which means that we then have increased manifestation abilities. We have more abilities to tap into parts of our consciousness than ever before. And things in our lives are going to begin to change even more because of this awareness. So you knowing what I'm about to share with you right now is going to make this process so much easier. And it'll make you understand your role as well, because if you're here right now, then you have a role in this process. Now, first off, you may be asking yourself, what exactly is a starseed? In 2019, a starseed, what is all of this? Well, a starseed is someone who is aware that they carry with them a connection and an energy of the stars. Because here's the thing. We are multi-dimensional beings, which means we exist here right now on Earth in 3, 4, 5D reality, whatever dimensional level of consciousness we might be in. But we also exist at higher states of consciousness as well. Now, these higher states of consciousness, which could be the 5th, 6th, 7th dimension, they are many times in different star systems would be where they identify with residing. Now, we all have existences here right now, and we all have existences, quote unquote, there right now. We have existences there where we are connected, and these include different star systems. Maybe as I say these words right now, like the words the Pleiades, Arcturus, Andromedan, all these different places, maybe they resonate with you. And it could be because you have connections to these different star systems, maybe at a deep level. And understand that we all have connection to the stars. And the truth of the matter when it comes to starseeds, by the way, is every single person on this planet, no matter the age, some people are like, oh, it's just the younger generation. No matter what age you are multidimensional. All of the energy of your soul is not just incarnated on Earth right now because it couldn't be. You're so much more vast of a being that you can imagine. Every single person on this planet at a certain level is a starseed because they carry with them energy of the stars. However, what we call starseeds, and if you're here right now, then you were meant to wake up first because you're meant to bring through this energy to influence the collective consciousness. Because as we wake up, we are literally rippling out this energy and more people are waking up. So the Starseed Agenda in 2019 has to do with first off understanding what's going to be happening on the planet over the next 5, 10, 15 years is there is going to be, and it is happening now, a spiritual renaissance. A spiritual renaissance where more and more people are coming on board with this. More and more people are opening up to it. I even look at my own channel, for example. I've been creating law of attraction videos for about 2 years now, every single day. I'm now moving into this area because this is what I'm passionate about, but also it's time. It's time on the planet now, and there's proof of that too. You can just tell there's so many people. You're here right now because at a certain level you resonate with what a starseed is. And in 2019, it is more and more common. So the understanding is that right now, one of the agendas that's going to continue to happen is a spiritual renaissance. And what this means is you look at different aspects of your life of how you can bring your own spirituality into play. How can you bring your own spirituality into play in your day, okay? Because even in my own life, I've realized that the more I bring spiritual processes into my life, the more I allow myself to even become more successful. Even the 3D stuff, right? The 3D, like 4D stuff when it comes to materialism and paying bills and all of this stuff, that all happens better when I'm grounded in my own spirituality. So what I would recommend you do is for this to learn meditation. Set the intention you connect to this and bring through this star energy. Do it through meditation. Observe your thoughts. You see, the power of now on the planet is that we can observe the 3D reality. We can observe what is happening in the politics and the news, but not react to it. We don't have to get entrenched in it. If we get entrenched in it, then what happens is we end up actually reaffirming that reality. But what is happening now is we can observe it, not engage with it, not be angry towards it, but then we can reaffirm this new level of reality, which is understanding that everything on the outside is a reflection of the inside. So if you don't agree with what's happening in the outer reality, change how you relate to it. There's this new understanding that's coming through right now. And what is happening is as you become more aware of your multidimensionalness, how you are a multidimensional being, is the more you will have multidimensional experiences. So in 2019, what I recommend you do is in dream state, and in different states of consciousness, whether it be meditation, you set the intention to connect to these different parts of yourself. Set the intention to bring through your team. You have guides, your spirit guides as a starseed, many of us, our spirit guides are actually these interdimensional beings. But maybe we perceive them as being more angels or angelic, which they may very well be angelic. However, many of us as starseeds, here in 2019, it is time to connect to our guides and time to ask for guidance. Ask for guidance. Because the thing is with this reality is we have free will. So they can only help us to the degree that we are open to it. So I do this all the time. When I'm meditating at night, I ask for permission, or I give my guides permission to help balance out my chakras, to help balance out my body, to help give me guidance in my dream state. This is when I set intentions as well. I intend in my dream state to retain information of any symbolic thing or what I'm doing in these higher dimensional realms at night, because all of us also wake up at night in higher dimensional realms, but we don't remember it in the morning because there's a veil of forgetfulness on this planet. However, we bring through more of this information. Set the intention that you bring through more information of this. The more you do this, the more you will become aware of your multidimensional beingness. So the key to this time on the planet as well right now is the time to really get into your core vibration. Now is the time to get into your core vibration. The agenda as starseeds is preparing humanity for understanding that we are all multidimensional. Because here's the thing, we want contact to happen, right? Other higher dimensional beings exist that we call extraterrestrial, and they have been around for thousands and thousands of years. A lot of the information has been suppressed from us. However, there is this high probability that in this lifetime we will make open-faced contact with that of extraterrestrials. But here's the thing, here's what you need to know about 2019 of Starseeds. Know what would happen if an extraterrestrial actually walked up to you, a higher dimensional being walked up to you. This is what would happen. This is what I've learned from Bashar, if you guys have heard of Bashar before. But this is what he says would happen. If a interdimensional being or higher dimensional being were to walk up to you, imagine this. They get out of their ship or whatever it is, and first off, they may just use a ship because that's what we think they would need to be using. Because many of them may not even need a vehicle like that. What if they could just teleport? You see, but they use what is comfortable to us. Imagine they were to land and start walking up to us. Well, if we're not integrated within ourselves, if we didn't integrate the shadows within ourselves, and we didn't work through all the inner stuff within ourselves, this is what would happen. As that being, that high vibrational being was walking up to us, it would start to bring up so much within us because they are so integrated, they have such a high vibration that as they walk up to us, it makes us have to deal with all of the stuff that's not integrated inside our body right there in the present moment. Then what would happen is, us being humans, we would look at them and assume that they're making us feel this negative vibration. They're making us feel like this lower vibrational energy, when really it's just because they're of such a high vibration that is bringing it up within us. So you see, that's why what we have to do in 2019 as Starseeds is we have to do our own shadow work. We have to go within ourselves and integrate our shadow. We have to become aware of these different parts of us, because as the light increases on the planet, it's infusing more and more light into our bodies. And as it infuses more and more light into our bodies, it's raising our vibration, and it's getting all the darkness that's crevice inside of our bodies that we've been suppressing. It's allowing us to deal with it. So we can begin to deal with it. We can begin to become aware. Yes, maybe we had a rough childhood. Maybe we were mad at certain people or certain things in our life, or we're not happy with where we are right now. But become okay with that part of you. Observe that part of you. Invite it in. You know, sometimes we're so harsh to our ego. We're so harsh to these different aspects of ourselves. Many times we may have a hurt teenager inside, like a hurt teenager part of us. Maybe we were hurt when we were a teenager, and we still have that part of us that we need to soothe, that we need to comfort. Integrate that part of you. Become at peace with your past. Become at peace with where you are. Because as you do this, you integrate this. And in 2019 as Starseeds, part of the agenda is that us as Starseeds do the inner work now. Because imagine this. Imagine that as the light continues to increase on the planet, because right now we're going through a highly charged place in the universe. The universe moves. It's not just one actual place. The universe is moving through the galaxy. And as it moves through the galaxy right now, it's going through a very high vibrational light that is activating within us all of these things. We're going through it first, because then we as Starseeds can help other people go through it in the future. Imagine other people are going through shadow work and they're freaking out and they feel like they're going crazy, but you're like, no, you're not going crazy. This is part of the process of waking up. This is part of something you just have to integrate. And you're able to literally be a lighthouse. As a Starseed in 2019, the agenda is for you to develop yourself as a lighthouse, to shine your light so bright that it affects people in a very powerful way. So right now on the planet, that is what it is the time for. It is the time for you understanding that you are a lighthouse. And it is time to go through this process, because more and more and more people are going to continue to wake up. Now the goal, this is the goal for the society. If you listen to Bashar's been saying this for literally 20, 30 years, that the highest degree of probability that us as a society will have open-face contact on the planet is between the years 2025 to 2033. Now that's actually very, very soon. It feels like far away, but it's not. Now, first off, let me share with you what this means. It does not mean that ETs land on the White House lawn. It means that there are some people that will resonate with that of extraterrestrials and can go to certain places and have connection. And it does mean also there'll be some level of disclosure on the planet as well, which will happen. Disclosure will happen. Contact will happen eventually. How soon it happens is up to us, because we do have free will. But in 2019, the agenda is for us to start preparing. Start preparing yourself. Start doing the inner work yourself, because that will translate to every other area of your life. Imagine everyone else is waking up in reality, and you have gone through it, and you know what this is like, and you can help them, and you can literally be a lighthouse that helps them to wake up to more of who they are. That's where we're moving into, and that's what you can help people do. Understand that it's going to continue to happen. This light that's being infused on the planet, the part of the universe that we're moving through right now, is so highly charged that it is lighting up everything within us for us to activate us. And understand that you are meant to bring through your starseed energy. There's information from the stars, from these higher dimensional aspects of you, that is knowledge, that is wisdom, that you can bring through in your life right now. This will influence people in a very powerful way, but the key is for you to get at your core. Begin to get at your core. Understand that this agenda in that of 2019 is the spiritual renaissance that is happening right now. Embrace your spirituality, embrace this information, yoga, this meditation, all of these different levels of stuff is becoming so common, and it will get bigger and bigger and bigger. This YouTube channel is a sign of that. In the last year, it has exponentially grown because there's a demand for this information. So understand this is a part of the process. Do the shadow work within yourself. Have an understanding that the more you do, the more you're going to act as a lighthouse for other people. Understand that now is the time on the planet of waking up. Understand that the more you bring through your light, the more that will influence people in a positive way, and that now is the time for you to awaken to this. Also, something I've created that has worked amazing for people, that I'm so grateful and happy that it's been able to help, is something that's called the Starseed Activation Meditation. It's absolutely free. It's in the top of the description box below. I recommend that you listen to it for 21 days. I think it'll absolutely transform your life because it activates these ascension codes inside of you. It activates this. So listen to it for 21 days. Activate your Starseed self. You'll become more aware of this. This will help you bring out the agenda and do the shadow work within yourself. It's in the top of the description box below. Also, I'll be doing more live Q&As on Instagram, so if you have more questions about this, you can go and follow me there as well. I also post twice a day there too. Other than that, I hope you enjoyed this video. Feel free to like this video if you liked it, subscribe if you haven't already, hit the little notification gear so that you can see the daily vids that I do. And other than that, as always, peace, much love, and namaste.